and we do 4 damage. So 2, 3, 4. That means the centipede is gone. Wonderful. Hey everyone, this is Attackers, and today I'm starting something really wonderful and very, very special because finally, after a long time of me talking about that I will do it at some point, I will finally play through Sleeping Gods on this channel. As you might know, this is one of my most favorite games of all time. Has been in my top 5 for a while. Not in the top 3 anymore since last year, but still, it's still in my top 5. It's an amazing game, one of the best open world, adventuring, storytelling games ever. And Ryan Laukat, you know that he's my most favorite designer anyway. So I will be playing through Sleeping Gods finally. So this is a campaign that will take me around 10 to 13 hours maybe, with a lot of explanations and what you do on YouTube. I think, let's say 10 to 15 hours. So this means that this will become a series, right? But I will not be able to like put this back and then put it on the table again and put it back and for it to still look nice on the channel, right? So what I did, so I actually took time off work for this video. I'm not kidding. Today and tomorrow I am off work and then I have the weekend. So what I will do, I will just set this up now for the first video, and then I will just keep shooting videos all weekend long, right? So this is like a huge project. You will not see all these videos like right after one another, right? I will like space them out a little bit so that you have just some time in between, because it would be probably kind of boring to have like all of the videos at once, right? So I will space them out a little bit, like 2 to 4 weeks at least. And also I need a lot of time to edit all that stuff, right? So it will take me, I don't know, like altogether it will probably take me at least 20 hours to just edit all these videos, right? And time is a rare resource, so it's also good for me to space them out a little bit. But this is the reason why I will only set up the game once, and then in each subsequent video everything will be already be set up and we will just continue playing. That's the reason why. So yeah. Also, today is really bad weather. It's not stormy, luckily, but it's really rainy, so you might be able to hear that in the background. But I think it kind of fits the game here, so I think that works. All right, so let me just first set up the game. This will take me a while, but for you it will just be a few seconds. Right, and that is pretty much the setup. You can see this is a lot. This took me a while to set up now. I know how the game works, of course. I mean, I have played the campaign before. So I know how it works, but still I will have to maybe refer to the rules off and on, because this is quite a complex game. It's also possible that I do a mistake here or there, but I will try to minimize that. As usual, I will put all mistakes that I find either as subtitles if I find them during editing, or afterwards in the pinned comment. So of course that's just as usual, that's a given. Also, of course, this is high spoiler territory here, right? I mean, I will spoil part of the campaign and how the game plays and everything. So if you want to play this game just by yourself without any spoilers, then this is not the right video for you, probably. You will just be able to watch like the beginning to see how it works. All right, I set everything up for the beginning game, although I know how the game works, because I just want to give you like a feeling of how the game really starts. But we will play a full campaign, right? But what I will do is just also do like the introductory mission with you, just so that you know how the game starts. And the game does a pretty decent job of easing you into the game, which is pretty cool. There are a few things that are off screen. First of all, this is kind of off screen. It will be off screen later on when we collect more stuff here. But that is our, oh, wait, there we go. That is our magnetic box with all the quest and adventure cards in here. I will pull those whenever we are instructed to do so. So that is one thing. And the other thing that is off screen is, let me get it back here. That is the campaign book with all the story, right? I will keep that to the right here, also off screen. When we need it, I will refer to it. A few other things we have are, first of all, we have our log sheet here. This is our journey log. There's where we can log everything. This is not really necessary for now, because I don't pack the game away, I don't have to save anything, right? But you would usually put like your date and your end and your final score, whether you play normal or brutal. We will play on normal, and also how many event decks you have exhausted. Actually, you know what? We can actually do that. So this is just for saving down here, right? That is interesting. So you can note everything down that you need to save between sessions. I will not have to do that because, as I said, I will keep this set up for the entire weekend, for the entire 4 days, and will just continue playing. But let's put the date in here. So we have March 30th. So now you also know when I'm starting to record this, 2023. And well, probably in 2 or 3 days. Final score we don't know yet. We will play on normal, and we will also cross off, like we will note our experience here, and also we will cross off whenever we have gone through the event deck here. I will show you later how that works. So I have used the premium sleeves that came with the pledge back then. So that means these are glossy and these reflect a little bit. Usually for most games I take my matte sleeves, as most of you might know, but well, it will reflect a little bit, but I think it's not too bad. So yeah, just so that you know. And players, well, I will play by myself this time. This is the Thakos. This is actually the first solo game I'm doing of this. I usually like to play this with one other person, like with 2 people. I would not play it like at a 4-player count necessarily, I think. Although it's possible that I might play it at 4 or 5 players quite soon, actually. So that is in discussion. So we don't need that log anymore. We will not need that for a while. So I will just put it way back here, someplace where it won't annoy me. Okay, I hope you can still hear me. All right, and the last thing we have is, let me just grab a bit of tea. Always stay hydrated, never forget. There we go. I'm not going to edit that out. So, and also we have this quick start guide. We usually don't need that, but I will guide you through the quick start guide just so that you can see how the game actually starts, also with the story and everything. If this is not very interesting to you because you want to see how the game like really plays after like the introduction scenario, then just skip forward a little bit, right? I might even put a timestamp for just the introduction scenario and then for the rest of the campaign, so in case you want to skip that. But I think it's quite interesting because then I can also explain the game a little bit. I will not explain all of the game. In a minute I will show you what you see here, what I have set up, and then I will explain the game as we go. I think that is the that is the easiest thing to do. The game is not very tough regarding like turn structure and everything, but there are like a lot of small rules that you really need to internalize. So I hope I will get them all right. Right? Okay, so let's start. Let me just kind of show you what you see here, right? So first of all, most important thing, we have the atlas here. That is where we will go with our ship to discover like the worlds around us, right? And one thing that is pretty cool is that at the back of the journey log, we actually see the entire map here of the wandering sea, right? And that will be important for us because there we will mark like every quests we receive, where we want to go and things like that, right? So that is a really interesting thing. We are actually here, right in the middle. That's where we start, right? And I don't know where I'm gonna go. Actually, I have been north already, like in prior playthrough, so, and also a little bit east. So I think we will go this direction this time, right? To explore like the west and the south, because then that's also like completely new for me. But even up here, I don't know anything anymore, right? And back there, so yeah. But we might discover here a little bit. So that is pretty cool. We will definitely refer to that later on as well. So, and so there's the atlas. Right here we are with the Manticore. That is the ship we are manning. It's like this cool little metal miniature. But there's also like, I think a plastic one or wooden one. I think a plastic one. Alright, then here to the left we have our shipboard. This is where we do like our ship actions. Let me show that close up now. So here's the atlas, as I said, right? Then here to the left we have the shipboard. This is where we do our ship actions up there. I will talk about those later. And then also we have like the regular actions here plus the event card we draw. That is like everything we do during a turn. We have components. Here we have the enemy deck, in case, we can't solve everything peacefully, so we will have to fight a little bit. This is where we will put the enemies and fight against them. Here we have the market deck, the skill deck, and also like, of course, then we have our crew here, right? So we have Audrey Williams, Kanan Sharma, Kazumi Aoshima, one of my favorites, Laurent Lapointe, Marco Reyes, Gregory Little, Rafael Vieira, Mac Mara Johnson, and our Captain Sofi Odessa. And here we have like skill cards that we can pick up when we have enough experience, and also like a reminder what we can do at the port. And that is pretty much all we see. Also to the very right here, let me hold the camera a little bit stable, are like things that we pick up, like food or stuff we can buy or people we encounter, right? So Gloria Walker is with us. She's like a starting character that we can't really work with, but she gives us another ability, and then we have like a little bit of food and a rope. So that is what we see here. And now we can actually start playing. Also, we have these tokens on these characters, but I will talk about those later as well. I will kind of like wing it, like when I speak about things. Okay, so we can actually start with the first part of the story. This is the introduction scenario to kind of get to know how the game works. And this is what we will start with. Captain Sofi Odessa, April 27, 1929. After 8 years of brooding silence, I received a telegram from my father. Taking ill. Come soon. I set out with the crew on the Manticore with a stoic resolve to make it to New York. We were 3 days out of Hong Kong when we got caught in the worst storm I'd ever seen. When the sky finally cleared, we found ourselves in strange waters. The horizon was hazy, the only visible landmark a tall rock sticking out of the water nearby. Atop it sat a woman with a nest of grey hair, waving a 10-foot fishing pole through the muggy air. "Welcome to the wandering sea," she said. "You may think you are dreaming, but you are not the ones who sleep. The gods of these seas are trapped in a sleep as deep and binding as death. Their power over this world is dormant, chained by ungrateful mortals. But they have brought you here from a distant world to help them awaken. You must do this if you wish to return home." "The gods?" I asked. "Who else?" the woman cackled. "You must seek their totems hidden throughout this archipelago. With enough totems you may wake the gods and they may send you home, a reward for your service. Many have perished trying. You will also likely die. But good luck." I asked where we might find the nearest port, but the woman vanished. We turned north as night fell. 2 days from the journey and the alien world in which we now found ourselves, we did not notice the dark, narrow ship pursuing us until it was too late. Surprised and terrified screams erupted from the crew as bull-headed men poured onto our deck. The monster's eyes burned with a hellish flame, and their language was a guttural fit of barking and braying. There was little we could do. They took the ship, and we prayed for mercy with bound hands and bruised heads. Okay, let me just continue here. So, and now we will just continue, right? So this is just a quick start guide where we have like A1, that's for the introductory scenario, right? And this is where we will like go through. Later on, we will actually work more with the map here, with the atlas, and also with like the big storybook that I showed to you that is cut off screen at the moment, while I will take that as soon as we need it. All right, and then we just continue. You awaken on cold dirt. Most of your crew lie next to you, bound with the same crude rope that bites at your wrists and ankles. Your body aches and your clothes drip with dew, but there are no guards in sight and there are sharp rocks nearby. Note, you may not use Mac in this challenge. The reason is that we have not met Mac yet, right? So what I will actually do is, let me just take Mac and let me just turn her over for now, right? And that is then it. All right, and now we have a few choices here, right? So either we can cut the rope bindings on the nearby rocks, or we can wiggle free of the rope bindings, right? And now we see it says cunning 5 or strength 5. That means we have like, you see we have like specific symbols here on the character boards, right? And these are specific abilities that the characters have. So for example, like Captain Sofi Odessa, I think she has all of them, because I mean she's the captain, so she is like really good at all this stuff, right? And then we have like Cannon here. Cannon, for example, has like strength and cunning and savvy, which is like the anchor here, right? So everybody has like different abilities. And what we can do now is we can use these abilities to get the challenge, to work on the challenge, right? So first we must make a choice if we want to do cunning, which is the fox. Let's see how many people we actually have that cunning ability. So that is Cannon, that is Kazumi, that is Marco, and of course Captain Odessa. So that's 4 people who have the cunning ability. If we let all of them participate in the challenge, we already have 4 of 5 cunning that we need to progress in the challenge, right? And then we will draw one of these fate cards, and let me just draw one from the middle to show you. They have like a number in the top left. This one, for example, a 6. So if we drew that now, we would be able to have the challenge, like successfully beat the challenge without even using any of our people. But we don't know what fate holds in store for us, right? We don't know. So we will have to just make a choice. The other thing we can do is strength. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people with the strength symbol. So with strength, we would be, of course, a little bit safer. So either we could cut the rope, that's cunning, or we could wriggle free of the rope bindings. If we fail at any of them, we lose 3 health each. And these 3 health, like that we lose, that are marked with these blood drops here that we have as the wooden components. Also, we have like a few cardboard ones with a 5 on here. And you see like here, I will show you a little bit closer, more close up. So you see here that, for example, Rafael has like a health of 7, right? And also you see like these symbols there in the top right corner, just a little bit closer. So it would be safe to wriggle free of the rope bindings. I will hope that I will not draw like a 1 or 2 or something like that. So I will not use all of our characters for that challenge. So that is what we would usually do. The interesting thing is like the introduction scenario tells you exactly what to do, right? So let's just do what the scenario tells us, even though I do not agree with it at all. But it tells us to use Captain Odessa for that and do the cunning challenge, the one with the fox, right? And when we use a character for a challenge, we have these fatigue tokens that we put on the character. Like one of them is fine, but as soon as we use them for a second challenge, then we take a second fatigue token and turn it to the other side. And on the other side, you see that we do 1 less damage in combat. Also, we cannot participate in any challenges anymore. Only combat, even though we are weakened. So, and the book tells us to put 1 on Captain Odessa for that fox symbol, and also put 1 on any other crew member. Let me just put 1 on, maybe on Marco, because Marco only has 2 skills, so I think that is okay, like this, right? So that's what I would do, use these 2, and then the book tells us to draw a fate card. So this is now a 3 in the top corner, which is a 5 together. So we would pass the challenge, but the book tells us, like the introductory scenario, let's say this is a fate of 2. So we fail this challenge and now receive 3 damage, right? So, and we will now have to take 3 of these blood droplets here, and I will have to place them on crew that has participated in the challenge, right? And that's Captain Odessa and also Marco Reyes. Let's put 2 on Marco and 1 on Captain Odessa. It's possible that we actually might reset our health after the introductory scenario. I'm not 100% sure. And that's how it worked. And now we will continue the story. Now free, you peer outside of the wooden hut. Dark pines tower overhead. Near the edge of the brush sits a rough cage made of wooden slats. The door is fastened shut with a mechanism attached to a nearby tree. Inside, a woman lies on her back, her eyes closed. I think you can guess who that is. We should get her out, says Kasumi. We don't have time, says Rafael. Can I have a say? The woman in the cage opens her eyes and sits up. Name's Mac. I'd greatly appreciate some help. You crack open the crude lock with a rock. As soon as you break her out, you hear a sudden snarl behind you. 2 bull-headed monsters emerge from the woods and charge. Combat 1 and 2. Alright, so now we have Mac. Now we can also use Mac here. And we will do combat. So yeah, that is something that I will show to you now. Just give me a second. There we go. Also, I will not do different voices for all the characters. There's 11 characters, and I will not be able to remember who I used which voice for. Seriously, so I will not do that. All right, so let's continue. So combat 1 and 2 means we now look for the cards 1 and 2, which are conveniently at the top. These are sorted by number, these combat cards, because the book or the story, the campaign always tells us exactly what the combat encounters are, right? These are not randomly drawn. So we have now 2. Oh, so what we do is we take these 2 and we usually shuffle those in order to like randomize their position. Let me just see if the book is fine with that. They are, well, actually, no, they want us to put them, usually we would like shuffle them, right? And then turn them over, but they want us to put them in a specific order, and that's this order here. So now you see that we have these 2 enemies here that we now have to fight against, right? I will show you how that works. Actually, not too hard. What you will first do is take these 4 combat tokens here. Also, I forgot something. I will also get 1 command token and 1 skill card at the beginning of the game. I will show you later what we do with those. Let me just put them aside here for now, just on the right here. Okay, we have these 4 combat action tokens, right? And these are divided between players during a combat round. To the combat phase, of course, I'm the only player, so I take all of them, right? And now we start by attacking. How we do that is, let me just put that a little bit aside, like in the middle here. I think that's fine. How we attack now is we put that combat token on a character, right? And then we take a look at the weapon they have. So they tell us to start with Kazumi. Kazumi is right here. As I said, that's actually my favorite character, so it kind of fits. So what we do here is we take a look at the board and we see, so first of all, we put a token on here to indicate that we are attacking with her, and then we take a look at the weapon. At the weapon down there, we see that she has 2 accuracy, and also she does 3 damage. All right, so 2 accuracy, that is like the skull there with the horns, you see, like +2, right? And when we look up here, you see the defense of these 2 are like 5 and 6. We want to attack the left one first with a defense value of 5. So, and we only have an accuracy of 2. What we now do is, just like before, we also draw a fate card, right? So this is only a 1 now. That would be really bad, so we would not hit the enemy. But the book tells us, let's pretend that's a 3. So 3 plus the 2 from Kazumi is actually a 5, right? So we hit. We do a hit because 5 damage, 5 defense, and we have 5 accuracy. That's fine. So now we take a look at the damage. The damage here is 3 damage, right? And that means that we can place all the damage on the enemy, like pretending like it was, like as if it was 1 single blow. How that works is, we have, let me take the other camera now again. So we have like these damage tokens here, these blood droplets that we also use to indicate damage on our board. I will take 3 of those, right? And then we will place them on the enemy. See, like there are like specific squares here, right? And these squares have like specific symbols in them. And we now need to start with that on that enemy and need to put it someplace like this. Let me take the other camera again to show you. And then we need to put like the droplets here adjacent to that, right? So we can put 1 there, for example, and also we could do like splash damage and go over to the next enemy if we wanted to, right? And then if we cover symbols, things happen. So there can be like specific status effects that we can prevent. Here, if we cover all hearts of an enemy, then the enemy is defeated. The enemy will later attack with that attack value here at the top, like with the 3, plus all of these attack values on that enemy, right? So we want to cover, of course, also the damage indicators, right? So yeah, that is what we will do. So the book tells us to cover the head here for now, and also cover the arm, and then do splash damage here on the Myth and Brute, because that is a really cool thing in Sleeping Gods. You can actually do splash damage for adjacent cards, right? You just need to fill out that grid, which is a really cool thing. So that is how we did the damage, right? So we are now disabling the attack here. Also, we would disable the attack here. Also, there is like another symbol. Let me just show you that close up. Another symbol here at the top right, that little diamond shape. That diamond shape means that we can now take the synergy token from Kazumi and put it on a different character. And when it's a character turn, they can use that synergy token to have some effect. For example, here +1 damage, right? We put that on another character. The book tells us to put that on Mac. So now Mac, next time she attacks, she gets a +1 to her damage, which is really nice as well. And that is cool because if you cover like the synergy, you can like trade these synergy tokens. And now when we attack with Mac, we actually do 1 more damage, which is pretty nice because she has an accuracy of 4 and 2 damage, plus that 1 damage is 3 damage. That is really nice. So yeah, but now the enemy counter attacks, right? So now we take a look at the enemies that counter attack, and it's only that one enemy that we targeted. Yes, we did splash damage on the Mythen Brute, but we targeted that Mythen Guard. So that one will attack, as I said, 3 damage plus all uncovered damage symbols. They are not anymore because we covered it, so they will do 3 damage. And now, if we take a look at our character board of Kazumi, we see that she has 0 block. That's the little 0 in that teal shield icon, right? So we actually take those 3 damage completely. Otherwise, we could block a little bit of that. So we will take 3 damage here. Let me just take that. Like the 3 damage tokens here, we will put them on her board. Also with the second camera, I will not use the second camera all the time, mainly for story, but otherwise I will just explain you what I see here and everything. I will not use it later on too much because I think like the main camera is like best for viewing the game, right? But I need to show a few things close up so you kind of understand what's happening, like battles at least, and also story. Like these are the main things, and maybe when we get new cards here, right? So yeah, I think that's pretty fine. So, and that was the first combat round. We continue that until we have all combat tokens gone here. Until we have attacked 4 times, or tried to attack 4 times, and then we have that enemy phase. But I think we will not get to the enemy phase because I think we will finish them off before. So now let's just continue what they say in the book here. Now it makes sense. The combat token, we will put that on Mac because Mac has that +1 damage from Kazumi, right? That synergy token, which is really cool. So what we will do now is now we have accuracy of 4, and we want to now attack the right enemy here, right? Because we could do 3 damage. That would be enough to defeat the Brute because the Brute has 3 hearts only here, right in the middle. This one at the top right here is a damage symbol. So we will now draw a fate card. That is a 1 again, so we are really unlucky, but the book tells us, let's say it's a 3, right? So we would now have an accuracy of 7, and the defense of the Brute is a 6, so we actually hit, right? So we will use Kazumi's synergy token to add that 1 damage, and then the synergy token goes back to Kazumi. We can only do that once, right? So now we do 2 damage plus that 1, that's 3 damage, and now we cover the 3 hearts here for the Brute. There is also another synergy symbol here, so we will take Max synergy token, which does +2 accuracy, and put it on Captain Odessa. And now if we take a look at the enemy now, let's go there, you see, oh, all hearts are covered. What does that mean? Well, that means that we have defeated that enemy, which is really, really good, right? So that means, of course, the Brute also does not counterattack because we have defeated it, right? And what we then do is then we take that card and just take it away. That's what happened. Let's say there was another enemy card on the right. We took the one in the middle, then we would actually shove them together for splash damage again, right? But that one is defeated. So let's just put it on top again because that's the 1. That's fine. And let's also discard these here. Okay, that worked really well. And now we put a combat token on Captain Odessa. Captain Odessa will now also attack. Captain Odessa has 1 accuracy plus 2. That's 3 accuracy. We need 5 to damage that one. And then we draw an ability card. It is a 3, but the book says, let's say it was a 1. So we would actually miss the enemy now because we have 2 accuracy plus 1, that's 3, but we need plus 1, that's 4, but we need 5. So we actually miss, right? And so that means now the Mythen Guard attacks first. That counter attack does 3 damage, but we actually have 1 block here, right? So that means that we get 2 damage, receive 2 damage only. We already have 1 because of that challenge before, but now we have 3 damage. That's still 5. She has 5 health. And that's still fine. She has 5 health, so we are okay. And then what happens now is because she missed and the enemy attacked first, we always do like that 1 damage, right? It's like that, like we're trying to hit them and then they hit us and we get like 1 blow in, right? And so we will just cover the mouth here, which is another heart recover, also a synergy token. So we need to pass that synergy token back. And we will put that synergy tokens, we can then put on anyone, so it doesn't really matter. The book also tells us we can attack with anyone we want. So I'm not quite sure who we want to attack with. I think it doesn't really matter too much, right? I would now attack with someone who has the highest accuracy, because we only need to do 1 damage, so the damage doesn't matter at all. So I would actually put that synergy tokens, I would put it maybe on Mac, doesn't matter. So what I will do now is, I will just attack with Mac. For accuracy, we need 5, so we draw a fate card, that's a 2. 2 plus 4 is 6, that is more than 5, so we can actually do our 2 damage. So now we could put 2 damage on there, but there's only 1 spot left to put damage there, so we also defeat that Mythen Guard. And that is really cool. And that is pretty much how combat works. This combat system is really great because you have like this little puzzle aspect, right? Of like puzzling together these tokens and trying to cover stuff. That is a really, really cool concept. It just feels so fluid. Yeah. So, victory. You have defeated the Mythens. Now continue your story. Let's do that. Oops. Let's put that back on the top. Alright. You head down the path to a beach and the crew mutters relieved oaths at the sight of your ship, the Manticore, anchored nearby. When you climb aboard, you find Gloria, the ship's purser, tied up on the quarterdeck. What a lovely trip this has been, she says with a smirk. Mac thanks you for saving her and explains that the gods brought her here as well. I'm from the States, Atlanta originally, but I've been lost for 15 years, she says. I tried to get home, gave up for a while, then tried again. I'm willing to join you, but I lost all the totems that I found, so we're starting from scratch. I can give you some ideas about where to start looking. You nod. Then let's get going. Alright, and that is pretty much, I think, the end of the introduction scenario. So now it tells us how to set up the shipboard and everything. I have, of course, already done that, right? So let me see. So we have already set up everything. Let me put that back here. So now we have our ship here. We do have all the items here, right? We just boarded our ship, the Manticore again. We found Gloria there. And now we can do all of that. And now I'm thinking, I think we will actually keep the health. I hoped that we would be able to actually heal up completely before we get started. I just checked. So we can remove all our fatigue, and also we can heal all our health, because that was just the introduction scenario, and now the game really starts. So you see, it wasn't too much. It's just like a short story bit with a challenge, and then a short story bit with combat, then a short story bit again, and then we are done, right? That is pretty much how that works, just so that you know how story, challenges, and combat works, because these are the 3 most important aspects, besides, of course, the turn structure, right? What we also do is we start with quests 1 and 2. We have that cool magnetic box here, where we have like, let me just get them out. We have like quests here on the left, and also we have like adventure cards on the right, whenever we get those, right? These are numbered in order, so we will get just 1 and 2 at the beginning. So let me get those out. 1 and 2. We start with these 2. Okay, like this. And I'll put like quest stuff. I will like put kind of here at the bottom, maybe on the right. Let's see. I I don't know if I will have enough room for everything at the end, but we can also like stack stuff. So I think we will be fine. But you see, this has like a large footprint, right? What I did here, I really condensed everything in like a very small room, right? Like these, you need these to be a little bit apart, and here as well. And I think you can you can condense it more. So you do actually need quite a large table space for that. So we have like our 2 quests here that we will take a look at now. So first of all, we have raids on Last Hope. Mac told us a rumor about rat creatures attacking a fishing village northeast of the Segura trading post. The village may not survive the attacks much longer and needs urgent help. And then you have Anne's cottage. Mac's on her way to search the cottage of an old treasure hunter named Anne. Perhaps something there will help us get home. The cottage is near a bridge north of Segura trading posts, right? So now we can also take note of these 2 keywords here. We might need those later in the story, right? So that is really cool. You can like get quests and items, and then when you're in a specific place, something different might happen because you have these keywords, right? That makes sense because a place might be different after you have picked up a quest, because now you know, oh, I need to go there and there in that location to actually find something. That's really cool. So the Segura trading post, that's where we are currently, right? We are one apart from the Segura trading post, because this is like one square here, so to speak, right? And like the different sections of the map are separated by these dotted lines and also by the binding here in the middle, right? So that is a new place here. Also that is one, and also that. So if we go one to the left here, we can go to the Segura trading post, which is cool because there is a market and also a port. That is really nice. That's 2 of the possible actions we can do, like buy stuff and go to the port. And the quests tell us that we need to go northeast for that rat creature attacking a fishing village, and also like go east to find that cottage. So if we look here on the map, like northeast, this could be the fishing village there, 63, right? Looks like a village northeast, and east, I don't know. To the east would be someplace, maybe the 2 even, because the 2 is also northeast, is also east, right? So we could just take a look at the 2. That's something that we could do. So let me put these 2 just here for now, the quests, so we know that we can work with those. And I need to refill my tea pretty soon, actually. Yeah, it's also getting a little bit cold because I've been recording for a long time now. Definitely more than an hour. Okay, and we haven't even started yet, and I already recorded for an hour. So I think like the first video will be just a little bit introduction. We will do a few turns. We will not get too far, and then I will have to do a cut and record these, continue in the second video, I think. Okay, so, and now we can actually start playing. And everybody can decide how they actually want to handle logging stuff. What I usually do is the following. I tear that journey log off, and then I put it the other way around on the rest here. So, and now you see we have like that map here, right? I will not go into close up now, but you know that we start here, right? So we are right here. And now we want to kind of go to like east and northeast to kind of find out what we have, right? So what I do is, I am not 100% sure, but I want to go here at least, right? So I put a circle here, and I put in the keyword northeast. That was raid, right? So I want to go there with the word raid. That's where I want to go at least. And also I want to visit 2, maybe with cottage. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. This kind of looks rather like a cave. So the cottage could probably want to be one of these 2. So I'm not 100% sure. So I will not mark any more for now, but I will definitely have to mark a little bit more later on. So let me just put all of that aside for now. Okay, so now the turn structure works like this. First of all, we have a ship action. Ship action means we go to one of the places here on the ship. This is something I can show you close up quickly, because you see like we have the deck, sickbay, hull, bridge, galley, and quarters. To the hull we cannot go. But all others we can go actually, and we can just do stuff. Like the deck lets us draw 1 to 3 of these encounter tokens. These are good and bad at the same time. Then in sickbay we can heal. Bridge we can get command tokens. And quarters and galley we can also get command tokens. In the galley we can also like discard one of these skill cards, right? These cards that we also use for determining fate. We can discard that for getting rid of one fatigue, because fatigue, we get that easily when doing challenges. So we definitely need to see how we can fare there. And that's pretty much like the ship board. Command tokens are these little blue ones here. At the moment I have 1. That's all, right? We need more because command tokens let us do actions all around the table, so to speak, the playing area. So you see, like, characters have specific things they can do. They can only do, like, let's say for example Marco Reyes, he could I could put a command token on here and then use the top ability, pay 1 food, and then I could get rid of that status and also heal 1. But then Marco cannot do any of these abilities anymore until I remove that command token. And this command token can also be removed on the shipboard when I go to the quarters, right? Because the crew members can actually relax. But also we have like these cards here, you see. These also can only be used once until I remove the command token again. But I can also put that one on here to draw 2 ability cards, for example, right? And then I will have to remove that by going to the quarters to be able to use that again, right? That's kind of how the command tokens work. Really cool system by using abilities here, but you always have to manage your command tokens because these are finite. If these are empty, you can't get any more from the supply, right? So you need to return some of those. And I think that's what I will do first. For my first ship action, I will actually, I think, go to the... at the bridge I get 2, at the quarters I would get 3 and could return 2, but I don't want to return any at the moment. But I will still go to the quarters, and that now means that I will get 3 command tokens from the supply, and also I can return a few command tokens. So I have now 4, that is fine, that is good. I need to collect a lot of those to actually use them, to use my abilities, right? The book, actually, I just took a look at the book. It actually tells us to do the deck action first, to draw these command tokens, to do these exploration tokens here, but I don't want to do that. Let's now just play the game regularly without what the book tells us to do, right? You will see the deck action because I will probably do it next anyway. And that's 1. And then 2, you see here, event. So these are 18 event cards that go from mild to, I think, dangerous or something, and then to perilous. So these are like event cards that get harder and harder, and we go through the deck 3 times, and then the game is over. That is 18 cards times 3, right? So we have 54 turns, but they can go by quite quickly depending on what you do here, right? So now we draw one of these event cards and read out what it says there. Sunken ship. In the glittering turquoise shallows you spot the skeletal remains of a ship. Sleek sharks circle the depth. So we have to now search it. We do that with a perception of 5. That is the eye symbol. And the eye symbol, so we have that on Audrey, Kasumi, Laurent, Mac, and Sophie. That is 5. So we could use all of them to be safe, to be able to do that. But I will not use all of those. I don't want to fatigue everyone. So I will fatigue Audrey with that. And then also, let me see. Also, I think Kasumi. That's 2. That means you would have to draw 3 fate. I don't know. That's a little bit tough. So let's also use Mac. So like this. And then let's draw a fate card and hope we have a 2 at least. Yeah. Oh, that was close. That was really close. So 3 plus 2, that's 5. Perfect. Wow. So if we had failed, we would have lost 2 health, but we don't fail. But we always gain that 1 coin. That's also a cool thing, because if you fail, then you have like a negative effect. For example, you losing 2 health, but that reward you always get because you are able to do the challenge. You just have some negative consequence because you didn't take enough crew members with you, right? So we get 1 coin, they put here, so now we have 4 coins. Really cool, and that goes on a discard pile that I don't have at the moment. I will just put it off screen here. Like here in the bottom, doesn't really matter too much. Okay, no, kind of off screen actually, you can kind of see it. Okay, so, well, actually I can also put it like up here. Okay, so the third thing is we have two actions. We have travel. Traveling is a pretty neat concept as well, because you see here that we have like that craft symbol there, and that tells us how far we can travel, right? So we can exhaust people again for traveling, but we can also draw fate cards and just see how far we can travel, right? And this number means how many sections we can travel. Remember, these are separated by these dotted lines and also by the binder here. We can also explore. Explore just means that we just do whatever the number tells us in the storybook, right? For example, the 2 over there. And then we can also go to the market and port if we are in a space with a market and port. Currently we are not, but if we go one spot, we can actually go there. So what I will do is pretty easy actually. I think what I will do, well, we also need to explore the 2 at some point. I really want to do that. Then I want to go right and then maybe go south. That's kind of the idea. But here we actually have like a trading post and also a port. But we don't need the port at the moment. At the port, we can, here, it says on that card, I will just tell you, we can pay 4 coins and in to remove 1 fatigue from each crew member, which is a lot, and also to remove 2 health, like gain 2 health again. We can repair our ship with gold or wood. We can pay gold per crew member to restore all health from that crew member. Also, we can spend experience points to buy level cards. But we don't have any of these things actually, right? We don't have any experience yet. We don't have a whole lot of gold. We don't need to heal. We don't need to repair. I mean, there is still a number there. We could just explore the trading post. But you know what? I think I will actually take a look at the 2 here and then maybe we go over there. How about that? So, and now we take the storybook because now we do an explore action. Oh, now I'm messing everything up here. I need to do a little different setup with that, with all of these things. Let's just see how I can do that. So now we have our storybook and now we go to number 2 over here. So let's take a look what happens there. So down here is the 2, right? And even though you also see other stuff, don't read that. Always read that, what it says there. Okay. So let's take a look at story bit number 2. Seafoam winds through a maze of mossy rocks on the cave floor. They brush the heel of a smiling skeleton which sits reclined against an old iron door, blood red with rust. So it means we find a skeleton against an iron door at the back of a cave. We can search it, but not if we had the keyword pink. We can open the door if we have the keyword iron, which we don't have, or we can return to the ship. So let's just search the skeleton. How about that? And it tells us to turn to 133. That is quite far in the back. 133. Oh, there I think it was. I just skipped it. There we go. A bag falls slack from the skeleton's fingers. You expect to collect it easily, but a snake with a milk pink mouth hisses out and fastens to your hand. You whip it by the tail against the wet wall of a cave. So a snake attacks us as we take the skeleton's bag. We lose 1 health, and also we gain 4 coins and 1 venom. And quest 155. Wow, that is a lot. We actually gain 4 coins. That is amazing. So let's take one of these 5 coins, like the big one here, and return 1. So we have 8 coins. That is quite a lot here. Also, I actually have like the deluxe version, right? Like the standard game doesn't have like these 3D printed resin tokens here for the artifacts and grain and wood and carrots and stuff, and also not the metal coins, right? These are all like then cardboard. But I knew I would like this game, and yeah, well, I do, of course, right? So 4 coins. We also get 1 venom. That is quite interesting because let me get that. 1 venom. It just says here -1 health at turn start. So at the beginning of each turn we lose 1 health with that character. That is really bad. So I will actually have to go to the trading post probably to heal that. But do we have anyone who can heal poison? I think we do. Let me just see. Yeah. Gregory Little, he's a doctor. With 2 command tokens, he can actually remove poison. So that is pretty fine. Let's just put the poison on someone who has most health. Let's put it on Rafael. And then we also lose 1 health I will put that also on Rafael as well, like this. And that's something that we can do now, right? Because like using skills here and spending command tokens, we can do that at any time except during a challenge or during a combat encounter. But we don't do that. We are still in the middle of our turn. We have taken one or two actions, but the end of the story here said return to the ship. So return to the ship means we are out of there again, and now we can just do our stuff again, right? But we also gain quest 155. I almost forgot about that. So let me just get that. I need to find a place for the book where I can put that. So 155. Let's see where that is. Must be pretty much in the back. Yeah, it is this card right here. Okay. And that just says snake attack. A snake attacked us as we took a bag of treasure from a skeleton. Why did we get that? Because it's not a quest? Well, because it was part of a quest, so to speak, an encounter, right? It just reminds us of what we did. And also it tells us that keyword pink, so we cannot go to that skeleton again, right? Remember, there was like an iron door that we can open. And that is all valuable information. So what we will now do is that we will take now our thingy here again, our map, and that was number 2. I will circle that, I already did, and then I will put the word iron right beside it. So that now tells us we need to return there with the keyword iron. So as soon as we find it, we know where to go. To go right back there, right? And that is a really cool system, right? Because you know, like, okay, if I ever find the word iron, I will go back there to see what's in the door. I cannot do the snake thing again because we now have the keyword pink. And it told us we can't do it if we have the keyword pink, right? So that is a really cool I just love this system. This is an amazing open world exploration system. I just really love that. Okay, so now we have, now I will actually spend 2 command tokens, put them on Gregory, so he can remove poison. And I will remove that venom here, not poison, but the venom from Rafael. So that worked. Now Gregory can't do anything anymore. I need to get these off again. Alright, and then now we have our second action. And the second action, I will actually travel. So I will not spend any craft skills from a crew member. I don't want to fatigue them. I'm just going to draw fate, because even if I have a draw fate of 1 or of 0, so to even 0, then we will just go 1 space. And I only want to go 1 space anyway. Yeah, that's 1. That's fine. So that's 1. So we can go over there. And that is already it. So we did an explore action, travel action. There was 2 actions. That's it. And now we would start again with the ship action, draw an event, and so on. In a multiplayer game, you would rotate, right? You would like go through all the players. So it was now my turn. Now the next player's turn would be, and they would choose a ship action and resolve an event and do everything, right? And they could also use our characters. So in a multiplayer game, you would like the captain is playable by everyone, and all the other characters you would distribute as evenly as possible, right? But in a solo game, it's just me. I have all characters here that I can work with, and that is not overwhelming, although it's 11 characters, because you usually mostly look at like skills and combat, right? These are not very complicated characters, right? So yeah. Okay, so and I think we should maybe like also talk about the little biographies of the characters. I will like sprinkle that through my playthrough if I don't forget. Okay, so and now we will just continue with the next round. I will actually go to the deck now, and now we can draw up to 3 of these tokens. So the first one shows me either 1 gold or 2 wood. Gold is a good thing, but what wood actually allows us to repair our ship. I'm not 100% sure anymore, but I think that with wood we were able to repair our ship pretty much like everywhere, right? Or like much more often than with gold. So I'm actually going to take these 2 wood instead of the 1 gold. That's fine. Will I draw another one? Yeah, let's draw another one. Oh, so now we get 1 carrot and 1 meat. That is good to have. It's good to have all these resources because we might need them at some point. Because as you can see here, we actually have skills that we need food for. For example, 3 food of any type, and then we can like discard like a low morale token, and also 3 fatigue, just for example, or here, like 3 grain would do like a similar thing. So that is an important thing to have. But it also says like 1 damage to the ship. What we do there is we just draw a fate card, and then we look at that number, which is a 5, and the 5 corresponds to the like numbers in the top right to the quarters. So we need to put 1 damage on here. 1 damage is still okay, but as soon as you have 2 damage, like as soon as we have all squares filled in one part of the ship, we can't go there anymore for our ship action. So we need to repair it at some point, but at the moment we are still fine. Okay, then 2 event. Let's see what we have here. Hidden supplies. While reorganizing, a hidden crate of food falls on Rafael. Well, that's great. Gain 1 grain. That is good. Great to have. And Rafael minus 1 health. He already has like 6 health left of 7, now 5, but we are still doing okay. So let me discard that there. Okay, and now we do 2 actions again. I actually want to look at 37 and 43. So I will do that after having had a bit of tea. Okay, cool. So, 37 or 43. Let's start with 37 first. Look, take out that book. We go to 37, 37, 37, 37. Come on. There we go. You land on the beach near a dead tree. A swarm of wasps emerge, stinging and biting the crew, their relentless attack ceasing only when you return to the water. They're great. Minus 2 health, gain 1 venom, return to the ship. Wow. Okay, minus 2 health. Let's see how we distribute that. So Rafael already has, like, let's put 1 on the doctor here and another 1 on, I don't know, on Audrey, whatever. And then we also get 1 venom again. Come on. So I will have to actually use Gregory's ability again. Let's put that venom on Rafael again. But I can't heal that venom at the moment. Can I heal it with someone else? I don't think so. No. Do we have anything here? No, not either. Well, that is pretty bad. So Rafael will actually be hurt again next round. Alright, that was the first action. Second action I will explore again. This time the 43. And what we always need to do is take a look at the at our map here. Because 37, there was nothing else to return to, right? So what we do is just 37, I will just cross that out, right? Just line through it, and that's it. Then we know not to return that anymore. Because why would we, right? There's nothing there. I know. If we return there, we would get just stung by bees again, right? Oh, I forgot. I actually wanted I forgot because I actually wanted to pull 1 more token back then. I could have pulled up to 3. So let me do that. That is 1 meat and 1 ship damage again. Ship damage goes to 5 again. Oh, that is bad luck. That is really bad luck because now the quarters are not usable anymore. Okay, well, that's not too great, but that's how it is. Okay, our second action, I want to visit 43. Let's see what we have there. Because I still want to get to Anne's cottage, right? That's like one thing I want to do. Let me just put that right there. Okay. What was it? 43. Yeah, we're close there. 43, there we go. And now it says here, if keyword ULO, turn to 43.3. So we would immediately turn somewhere else. But we don't do that. Because we don't have the keyword ULO, whatever that means. There's little cover on this island. Every tree and stone is baked to cracking in the sun. Your footsteps wake a tremor in the sand. A mess of gargantuan tentacles bursts out, pulling your crew towards the toothy maw of a giant sand squid. Either we can fight, or we can run back to the ship. Run back to the ship would be a strength check of 6. Let's do combat. That's level 14. Or should we run back? Because that's a combat level of 14. That is quite high. But you know what? Let's just try it. I think it's fine. So that's 67. 67 is right here. That is a sand squid. Oh man. That is going to be tough to defeat. But I will still do it. Let's still do it. I think that's a stupid idea. But let me just show you how this sand squid looks like. And then I will use the main camera again. So you see the sand squid here. It does 2 damage plus whatever. 6 accuracy is quite high, so it's a 6 defense, I mean. And then you see like we need to pretty much get all of these down here. Alright, we can attack 4 times. These numbers in the hearts mean that we need to put like these many mana damage. We have to spend that much damage to be able to cover those. So that is pretty tough. Okay, I don't know if that was a good idea, but let's just try. I mean, come on. We will be able to do it, I guess. So let's take these 4 ones here. Otherwise, we have some gold and stuff. Otherwise, I will just return here back to the port, right, and then just heal up. That is possible. Like I think with 4 coins, we can heal everyone up. So that's fine. Okay, so let me think. So we need someone with a high accuracy, but we will do that later. Oh, I need to return that one here. So you know what? Let's start with Kazumi again. Accuracy plus 2 accuracy. It's not a whole lot. Let's just hope that we can actually get a good card here. 2. That's 2 plus 2. That is not enough. That is just 4. So we can't hit the sand squid. That didn't work. Okay. So we need someone with a high accuracy. Well, Rafael has plus 3. That's not too bad, right? That would actually be quite okay. So I think that's what I will do. Yeah, let's do that. So accuracy plus 3. We need another 3 at least. Yeah, perfect. So that's 7. That's 7 accuracy. So we hit the squid with 2 damage. We could also discard a card with a strength symbol. We don't have one. We only have one with a cunning symbol. So we still do only 2 damage. So let's see what we will cover then. Let's cover like the damage things here. Let's cover this one here, the mouth, and also the arm, because that's 5 damage, 5 less damage we receive. Okay, that works. And then I will go over to Captain Sofi Odessa has pretty bad accuracy, but we could boost that accuracy. We could have also boosted that one here, but okay, that's fine. We could go with Captain Sofi Odessa. I think what I will do is I will attack with Mac, because Mac can give someone like the accuracy bonus here. And then let's just hope. So we have plus 4 accuracy. We just need to pull a 2. Perfect. So that is a hit. That is 2 damage. We could now spend 2 command tokens for her to do 1 more damage. But I don't think I will do that actually. I think I will just do the 2 damage. I will cover, and now we don't have to go adjacent to the other droplets, because you only need to like put those adjacent to each other in the same round, right? So I can just put that there and here, because then we cover that 2 damage thing, and also I cover the synergy one, so I can give that synergy to someone, and I want to give that to who? To someone who does either 3 or 5 damage. 3 damage over there, 2 damage, 3, 4 damage, but 4 damage doesn't do anything for us. No, 4 damage doesn't do anything for us. Well, yeah, we would need 5 damage or 3. So either, let me just think. We could do Kazumi again, actually. I think that's what I will do. I think I will do Kazumi again. Because now Kazumi has 2 plus 2, that's 4. 4 accuracy, so we just need to pull a 2. Perfect. That worked well, and now we do 3 damage. That is pretty nice. So I will just cover the one here in the lower left, which is the arm, and also cover the 2 here. So we already defeated the enemy almost. Right? One mistake that I just made, oh no, is that the enemy always counterattacks, right? Like all the other characters. So Rafael attacked first, so Rafael would have gotten to like 4 damage, no block, so Rafael would be actually down to only 1 health left. Then the squid would have attacked Kazumi. Oh no, Kazumi was first actually. So Kazumi, sorry about that. Kazumi would have gotten 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like this. And then Rafael would have gotten only 2 damage. And then Mac would have also received 2 damage. Like this. And then Kazumi would have received another 2 damage, which is pretty bad. Because now Kazumi has no health left. So Kazumi is now exhausted. And now you see that we have distributed all our combat action tokens, right? So we can't attack anymore. So now at the end of the round, now the enemy attacks. The enemy does as much damage as it says there. So 2 again. And we can choose any crew member. I would actually choose someone who has not gotten any damage yet, received any damage yet. Let's just take Cannon here. Like this. Okay. So actually Kazumi has received 1 more damage than possible, so we would have like distributed the last piece of last bit of damage to someone else as well. So let's just put that to Laurent, right? Because we cannot just keep soaking damage, right? So Kazumi can now not take part in any combat situations anymore, and also not in challenges. So we can't do anything with her anymore until she regains at least 1 health. Okay, let me put the synergy token back. Okay, so now a new combat round. We will take all the combat tokens again. And now we will attack again. So we need to deal 5 damage all together. Also, at the end of the round, you see like there is, or I don't know if you can see it. Let me just go into close up again. You see like there's this chicken there, right? That means that chicken will now also take place at the end of the round. So that is another effect. That is now frightened. There it is. That means one of the crew members needs to be frightened and can't attack anymore until we remove that. So let's give that to, I don't know, let's give it to Audrey. I'm not going to attack with her anyway. So that's fine. Okay, so now we have our combat tokens again. We need to do 2 damage and 3 damage. So let's attack with Rafael. Yeah, Rafael can take 2 more damage. So let's go with Rafael here. Actually, no, but he has venom. Let me think. We could also go with Kazumi. That might be a pretty good idea, actually. Yeah, we could also go with Kazumi. Let me think here. Let's try with Gregory. Let's try attacking with Gregory. Gregory has 2 accuracy, so we need to pull a 4. That's a 3 only, that's 5. So we need 1 more, but we can spend 2 command tokens here to get 1 more accuracy. Oh no, we can't, because Gregory has already used that. That's really bad. So yeah, we actually don't hit, but the Kraken attacks back and does 2 damage to Gregory. Well, that's pretty bad. I don't like that at all. Okay, so who will we attack with now? Let's now attack with Mac. For accuracy, we need 2 more. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So she will receive 2 damage by the Sand Squid as well. Okay, we're really doing bad here. No, actually, no. No, we just need 1 more fate. I will spend these 2 tokens here for her to get 1 more fate. So now we have 6, so now we hit. That's what I will do. And we do 2 damage. That is okay. So we can cover that, the head here, like that. That is okay. And then we need to do 3 more damage. Oh, Captain Sofi Odessa can do 3 damage, but she has like only +1 accuracy, right? That is pretty bad. Same thing with Cannon also, but Cannon can also like hold out a little bit more. Okay, let's do that. Let's use him. +1 accuracy. We need a 5. Oh, perfect. We drew 6. So cannon will actually do 3 damage, and then we can cover that body here in the middle, which means that we have defeated the Kraken, the sand squid. That was a really tough fight. So, note to self, level 14 is pretty tough at the beginning. We maybe should not do that again. Okay, so we defeated them. So let me just put that there. Okay, that works. So, where's our book? Over here. So we actually made that. Turn to 43.2. Okay, let's do that. Okay, tentacles lie strewn and bloody on the rocks. Among the carnage are the possessions of the squid's previous meals. You gather what you can, but you don't wait around to see if that was the only sand squid on this island. So we gain 1 artifact. That is great. Artifacts are these little bells here. These can actually help us get totems, because remember at the beginning of the story it said like we need to get totems. These are important. So artifacts are really precious. These are hard to find. We get 1 meat again. Oh, that's great. We actually have quite a bit of food. We get 3 XP and adventure card 17. And also we gain quest 61. So okay, it was good. That fight was good because we gained a lot of stuff. So all of these combat action tokens, we put them back here again. We don't need those anymore. And then we get all of that stuff. So what did we get? We get 3 XP. That is really cool because now we take our little sheet here again. We just put it on that side, and then we put in like little boxes for XP, right? Let me just do it like this. We put in like little boxes here, and whenever we spend them, we can cross them off. We can do so when we are in a port. We can spend that XP for these cards here. These are cards here, level cards, and they are like specific abilities for the characters. Character specific abilities that we can then buy for experience, like 4, 3 even, right? Like for example, Kazumi has done this anchor symbol, like 1 more skill. And also if Kazumi misses, +1 damage. So she always does like 2 damage actually, right? That is pretty good. So that is really nice. Okay, so that was that. And then we also receive adventure card 17. Adventure cards are usually like really good items or stuff like that. Could also be totems. I don't think we get a totem yet. That would be a little bit too easy. But adventure card 17, let me just look for that here. Come on. Here it is. Okay, I got it. That is the Cloak of Yulo. If I spend 1 command token, I get 3 shield. That is pretty nice. Wow, that is pretty good. So let us put this one to the side here. We don't need that. Put the quest stuff a little bit more at the top here, like this. And then we can put the Cloak of Yulo here. Really good. And also we get quest 61. Let me find that one. There we go. And that is sand squid. We found a giant sand squid. And it says here Yulo. The keyword Yulo, right? That's the one that we were looking for before. So we could return here with the keyword Yulo. We could, but I guess it would just be another combat encounter, I think, right? Because it said like, let's go before more squids are there. I suppose if we go back with that keyword, we will just have another fight, I suppose. I don't know. I have no idea, but I don't know if we want to go back there. But I will note it on our journal, on our log here, that we could return there with Yulo. But I will put that in brackets and also with a question mark, because I really don't know if we actually want to do that. Okay, so these were our 2 actions. Now we start a new round. At the start of every turn, Rafael loses 1 health. So that is bad. So Rafael is also close to being exhausted, just like Kazumi already is. So we're not doing too well. So I think we should actually go to the port to heal up, right? So as a ship action, I could also just heal. That would be an option. but it would just be like 1 health to any crew member. That is not that great. So I think what I'd rather do is go, because we have to move, I can't just stay there, right? I will go to the bridge, I think. That lets us return all tokens that we have placed on any cards, and also gain 2 more command tokens. Okay, that's not a whole lot, but that is okay, I suppose. Okay, so all right, and then now we will have to draw a new event. Sunken ship in the glittering. Wait, did we just have that? Oh, again. Okay, so we actually have the same quest again, the same event. Sunken ship in the glittering turquoise shallows. You spot the skeletal remains of a ship. Sleek sharks circle the depth. So we now search it again with perception 5 to get a coin. Yeah, perception 5. So perception, we could use Audrey. We will go to a port anyway, so we can get rid of that fatigue. So let's just fatigue a few people. That is fine. Perception 5, right? So perception here is 1 perception, 2 perception, 3 perception. Let's go safe and do like 4 perception here. Then draw a... No, actually... yeah, let's not do that many, and then draw a fate card. That's 3. That's fine. That's enough perception, so we don't fail, but we get 1 coin. That is good, because we will need a few coins for the port in just a moment. Okay, and then I will travel as my first action here. Traveling that. Let's see how far we travel. 3. That means we travel 1. And then I will do a second travel action. We actually travel further, but I will just go there. That was the end. Beginning of a new round. Rafael will actually lose 1 health again. And we could get a few of these here, because there's always good stuff, but I also need command tokens, right? So I'm not quite sure what I want to do. Oh, actually, I get command tokens here as well. Then let's go here, get 2 command tokens. Oh, I think I forgot to take 2 command tokens last time I was there, but that's too bad. And then let's draw a few of those here. So here, oh, we get 2 carrots. That is wonderful. That is really good. So 2 carrots. Let's draw another one. So we get a gold, which is okay. And also we get 1 morale token, low morale. That means that that if we want to participate in a challenge, we need to pay 1 command. That is not too great. Let's take someone we don't participate in challenges with too often. Let's take Audrey here. But she is already frightened and low morale. So, and she's hurt a little bit, so she's doing horribly. Is that going to be a thing with Audrey? I don't know. Okay, I'm going to draw another one. Oh, that was good, because we get 1 carrot and 1 meat. Wow, we are really swimming in stuff here. That is great. That is really going to help us a lot. We have a lot of stuff here. Wonderful. Okay, and then we draw an event card. Ghostly Visitor. A chill air fills the ship as an ethereal woman walks the deck. Convince the ghost to leave the ship. Savvy 5. Oh, okay, I see. So savvy, that is the anchor here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have to exhaust a lot of people. Let's try it. Let's try it with cannon. That's 1 anchor. And 1 with Gregory. That's 2. Alright, so we need to draw a 3. Oh, perfect. So we actually made it. We gained nothing from that, but if we failed, we would have gained 1 frightened. But we were able to convince the ghost to leave the ship. Maybe the ghost was just at the wrong place in the wrong time. Thought like, oh, let's take a look at the ship. But then we convinced them to say, hey, you know what? Maybe visit another ship, and that was fine. So we get 2 actions now. Well, I want to use the port action here in the trading post, and now we have that port here, and then we can do stuff. So what I will do for sure now is I want to pay 4 gold. 4, like this here. to get rid of 1 fatigue for each crew member. So that one, that one, that one, and that one. Okay, that is great. And also we can heal each crew member by 2. So that is wonderful. Look, that looks now much better. And Kazumi is now up to 3. Or like up to 2 health, so to speak. So it's still not perfect, but it's definitely better. We can heal a bit with our stuff here, right? Right here. That might be something we can do later, but not yet. We need 1 more grain for that, but because this lets us discard 3 fatigue tokens, also 3 health. But we don't have 3 fatigue tokens yet, so we will wait. Also, I don't have 3 grain. I need 1 more. And then we can also pay 1 gold to heal 1 crew member completely. We'll definitely do that with Rafael because, well, he was mostly almost dead. I think that's not too bad. And then I want to repair something here. Like per wood, with 1 wood, we can actually repair that one here. Is it 1 wood or is it 2? I'm pretty sure it's 1. So I will pay 1 to repair that ship by 1 here. You know what? Let's take both actually and repair it completely. So you see, now we're looking way better again. That venom still is a little bit annoying, but I will have to. I think I will put 2 command tokens here on Gregory to get rid of that venom as well. Okay, so now the only issue we have is Kazumi here. Oh, and also Audrey up there is not too great. She's like frightened and stuff, but okay, she can't attack and she can't really partake in challenges. Let's do that. Let's leave it at that for now because Cannon could actually like soothe her a little bit, maybe with some, I don't know, maybe some meditation or whatever, that she's not frightened anymore. But I don't want to spend all my command tokens now, so I think it's fine the way it currently is. So I think I'm done with the port section. We could spend XP to buy level cards. We have 3 XP. With that, we could either give Kazumi the counter that if Kazumi misses, she gets +1 attack, so 2 attack. So she would always have like 2 attack. That is not too bad actually. That is a pretty good thing. What else could we buy with 3? Not too much. These are all too expensive. Here, Marco, that priest. When any player, inventive chef, when any player cooks a recipe, they may substitute 1 ingredient for another. That wouldn't be bad for the flapjacks, actually, right? That is not too bad. I think that would actually help us. That would actually help us. Let me put that at the top. And then another thing with 3. No, that's it. Oh, there's a wrong card in here. That should be part of the Fate deck. Okay, we could do that thing with the Inventive Chef here. That's not too bad. Will I do it? Will I do it? Will I do it? Yeah, I think I will do it. I think I will do that. So we just tuck that here under the player board, and now we have like one more skill, the craft, and also when we cook something, for example the flapjacks, we can substitute 1 ingredient. So we could like spend 2 grain and something else for that thing here, so we can heal up Kazumi later on. That is wonderful, but we will have to reflect that on our sheet because, as you might remember, we do have like the 3 experience boxes down here, and now we just cross those off like that, and then that's it. Okay, cool. That was my first action. And second action, we could explore here, but I actually want to get going now, you know? So you know what? Let's explore a little bit. Do we want to do that village thing up there? But if we do so, then we will have to do another challenge here, or we receive damage. You know what? Let's just go south now and see what we find. Let's just explore a little bit, right? So let's see how far we go. A4, that is actually 2. So now we go down, and there's like a little number here, 8. So we go to page 8 to go down that map. 8. So we go down here. We can even go one further if we wanted to. There's something cool here. It's like a little rock formation. This here is just a beach. I don't know how exciting that is. You know what? Let's move that one more. And that's it for now. And then a new turn now starts. So let's start a new round. What will I do? I need command tokens. I get 3 over here, also 3 there. Let's go. I will go to the quarters here because then I can return 2 command tokens and I can gain 3. So I have a few again. That's still not a lot. Let me try to get many more command tokens soon. Also, I could start killing Kazumi here at the sick bay. Let's see, just off and on, right? That would also be a pretty good idea. Okay, cool. So, and then event card, abandoned canoe. The crew spots a lone canoe. Search it. Perception 6. Okay. Perception is that eye thing, right? So we could have one. What would be the worst thing? Fail 3 health. Lose 3 health. How many perception guys do we have? Not too many. I don't want to use too many here, but we can I would. Let's take Audrey as usual. Let's do 1 on Laurent and 1 on Mac, I guess. That's 3. So we need to pull a 3. That is a 5. Okay, that's more than enough. That's fine. So we don't lose health and we gain 1 vegetable. Oh, that's one of the last vegetables here. So we need to use those at some point. We have 5 carrots here and 4 meat. So yeah, I just love these little tokens, these little meat and carrot tokens. I really have to show them to you close up because these are just really, really cool. Just look at those. Aren't they amazing? They're just amazing. And that is that artifact, that bell kind of thing that I talked about for the that you mainly use later on for totems and stuff to get those if you're lucky. Okay, and then actions. You know what? Let's just explore a little bit here. Let's go to 4 and see what 4 holds in store for us. 4, 4, 4. It's pretty much at the start of the book. Let's see. Oh, come on. Now I'm even too stupid to actually open a book, but I promise I can read. Alright, if keyword expected, turn to 4-4. If keyword splinter, turn to 4-3. We don't have any of those. Okay, near a splintered boat, a man sits on clammy rocks. Was there a fish somewhere in his lineage? His face reminds you of a large tuna that Rafael recently caught. Going south, he asks. I'd be grateful if you took me back home. A pale man asks you to take him home. We can either promise to take him home, then we continue the story, or we politely decline and search the area, which would be a sight check. Actually, no. I will promise to take him home. That is nice. Turn to 4-2. There. His face is empty of joy as he says, "You love it there. The music is to die for." He tells of the mesmerizing music at his home. So we gain 1 XP. Okay, wow, that was easy. Sure. And also 2 quests. 2 quests could be kind of difficult. Let's see. Because now we have somebody on board, and that can also be negative sometimes, right? If they're really annoying, I think, or anything like that. So, which quests do I gain? 29 and 30. So let's look at those. 29. Oh, that is one of the earlier ones, of course. So we have here 29 and here is 30. Come on. There we go. So this is really cool, that box, but it is a little tight, right? So yeah. That's the only thing I don't like too much, but that's fine. So 2 quests here. Also, we don't need that anymore. So we have 2 quests here. We have splintered boat. Oh, now the camera messed up a little bit. Splintered boat. We found a splintered boat and a strange fish-faced man, so that's nothing. And then here, Misty Island. We agreed to take a man back to his home. He says he lives on a small island near Pig Ribs. Oh no, Sirens. That doesn't sound good. Pig Ribs. Pig Ribs is down here. And he lives on a small island near that. So maybe it's 48 up there. That's possible. So we could go there. Maybe. Okay. Interesting. So that is good. So that was number 4, right? So number 4, there is nothing else to get really. So let's just cross that out here, that we know we don't need to go there anymore. Okay, so you see, we started here and then we went a bit there and now we're down here. Oops. So now we're starting to explore the world more and more. All right, we have 1 action left. I will also go to 15 and see what's going on there before we take the man home. I definitely want to take him home, although I think the siren thing is a little bit dangerous. So 15, right? Yeah, let's... Ah, there it is. All right. If keyword swim, turn to 59. We don't have that. You anchor near a statue of an eagle and catch a few fish. Gain 1 meat, return to the ship. Okay, that's it. Wow. Okay. To get 1 meat and return to the ship, that is good. But I will note there that with the keyword swim, we can go there again. So that was 15. And then that's swim. Okay, cool. That's good to know. Maybe we get something there. That's already it. So, new turn. I will actually go here to get 3 command tokens. Oh yeah, now we are getting a few command tokens, as you can see. Now we already have 8. That is really good. Let me just group them a little bit so I can immediately see how many we have. 8. Okay. And also we can heal 1 crew member. Let's start healing Kasumi a little bit. Wonderful. All right, event card. So now you see I explained most of the game to you, so now we can really start playing and the turns go a little bit faster and smoother. Hidden rocks. Sharp rocks hidden below a forest of seaweed threaten the ship. Dodge the rocks. Savvy 5. Okay. So that is the anchor one. Savvy 5. Oh, if we fail we get 1 ship damage. That's not too bad. We can repair that. Well, not here. We would go to a port, but there's a port again and stuff, right? So I don't know if I actually want to exhaust my people, right? I don't think so. I would just draw a fate card. That is a 6. Perfect. So we dodge the rocks. Well, there you go. Sometimes you can also be lucky, right? Okay, so now we have our 2 actions. I actually would like to go up there to that island, right? So, oh no, actually, there's a small island as well. I think that could be it, the 171. You know what? So let's travel. Oh, that's far travel act. That's 2, but I just want to go down 1. And then let's go at 1. Let's look at 171. Let's check out what that is. That could be the island of the old man. 171. There we go. If keyword sirens, which we have, so now you can see that, right? We have the keyword sirens here, because that's the quest for the man. So we are right here. We are correct. And then turn to 171.3. Okay, so we don't even do the rest here anymore. We just jump to 171.3. Are you sure this is where you live? You ask the fish-faced traveler. The sea is choppy and the skies are heavy with fat rain clouds. Oh yes, he says, licking his lips. We're very close now. Oh no, I made a mistake, I think. A few minutes pass and you hear a strange voice on the wind, singing an enchanting melody. Stop the ship, we're here, says the man. He runs out on deck and leans against the gunwale, waving towards the dark waters. Through the mists you spy a small rocky isle. You must come and meet my friends, says the man. The singing is coming from the island and you find it to be the most bewitching sound. You can understand the words now. Renowned Sophie, listen to our 2 voices. We know of your journey, we can show you the way home. You arrive at an island that the fish-faced man says is his home. Enchanting singing fills the air. Alright, we can brave the island, cunning 8, or we can throw the man into the sea and sail away. Actually, I'm not quite sure. No, I think I actually want to brave the island. That is cunning 8. Wow, that is a pretty tough challenge. But let's try that. I feel there will be something that we gain from that. So, because I don't want to throw the man in the water. So it's cunning 8. That is quite a lot. Cunning is that fox symbol. So we have it right there. So that's 1, 2, 3. We need 8. We don't know what that fate thing is. Nope. We don't know what that is, but we can redraw fate with our gear here. So we have 3 so far. You know what? Let's exhaust. Let's maybe exhaust her. That's 4 fate, and I think that's 4 cunning. And now let's hope for a good number. That's 4. Perfect. That's exactly what we need. That's 8. So we actually made it. So if we failed, we would have turned to 171.4, but we go to 171.1. As you row to the island, the singing grows more powerful. You give the crew a nod. Rafael starts playing his accordion, Gregory joins in with trombone, and Audrey plays her guitar. The music grates against the soft singing, and the fish-faced man is horrified. "Stop this racket!" he screams over the noise. Through the music, you hear the sirens singing secret songs about the god Thrak, but the torturous enchantment of the sirens cannot reach you. "Enjoy your time here," you tell the fish-faced man, leaving him ashore and returning to the Manticore. The crew play instruments and confound the spell of the song. Gain 2 coins. Yes, please. And 1 XP. Nice. We want XP because that gives us the abilities here. One thing to note is when we are done with the deck. Oh, now we have the holo cards. When we are done with the deck, actually, then story bits happen, and also we need to remove all equipped ability cards again, right? That is pretty bad. So we get how many XP? 1. We get 1 XP. Now we have 2 again. That's nice. And that was what was it? It was 171. So we're done there. We're done with 171. Okay. And now it says that we complete quest 30. So we take the 30 and we don't put it back in our box here. There is actually, I will have to get that, but there is actually like a small tuck box with used quests. So we take this one and we just put it in here. Because we're done and we don't even need the sirens keyword anymore, we just put it in here. So we know, okay, in this campaign, this one is actually done. Okay, and then we also gain quest 31. That's probably just a memorabilia again. I don't think there will be anything of value there, but it's just for us to remember what we did. Yeah. Siren Song. The sirens sang of a dark lair where Thrak sleeps, far from the other gods. The song said he can be awakened with only 5 totems, but it did not mention where to find him. Oh, so this is actually like a clue. It has like the tag underworld, the keyword, right? So we might be able to find a totem with that. Because the song mentioned that totem, right? And then if we go to a specific spot, then we can maybe with that keyword, we can actually take a look there. Okay, a dark lair, far from the other gods. Okay, interesting. Okay, that was our round. So now we have our ship action again. I want more of these. I want more command tokens. There are still 2, 4, 6 in here. So let's go here, get 2 command tokens, and then also look at the exploration tokens here again and see what happens. So one of them, we get 1 grain and 1 meat. I don't know how many more I want because I'm pretty much stacked with stuff here, right? Let's draw 1 more and see what happens. That is 1 gold, but also 2 ship damage. Oh, that was not a good thing to take probably. So 1 ship damage on 2, which is, what is 2? That is, I think, that is the deck, yeah, where we are. And another ship damage on 3, which is the sick bay. Okay, that's not wonderful. What now? Will I draw the last? Let's draw the last token, come on. Either 2 grain or 2 wood. Or grain would be good, but wood would be even better to repair. So let's take wood. So we have almost all the resources now. Wow, that is incredible. Yeah. And one thing I gotta say, I'm really satisfied with how the image looks like here. So yeah, really looking forward to editing and publishing this playthrough. Well, when you're watching this, I've already done so. Okay. And that was that. So now before we will continue with the events, let's just take the first character that we can get to know, right? Let's get to know Captain Sofi Odessa, just to know what she's like. Captain Sofi Odessa. Sophie's father captained a small cargo ship that ran from New York to Boston. She spent much of her childhood watching the busy eastern coast and waving at passing fishing boats. At night, while her Tunisian mother brushed her hair, her Greek father told her the ancient legends from his home country. She's very multicultural. Nightmares of screaming sirens, envious gods, and sea monsters plagued her for years. At 17, her father chose her fiancé and she ran away, joining the crew of a tramp steamer. After years of shrewd trading and risky investments, she amassed a small fortune and bought her own ship. Most of the old sailors left, unwilling to serve under a woman. Captain Odessa hired a new crew, and now she's free to sail where she wishes. Very cool. And we will get to know more and more characters throughout our playthrough. Alright, so I suggest we do like a few more rounds, maybe like around like 2, 3, 4 more rounds, and then I think we will wrap up the first playthrough. Alright, so let's look at the new event. These will be a little bit tougher now. A serpent guide. An azure serpent rises from the water. Attempt to communicate, cunning 6. Okay, interesting. Attempt to communicate, cunning 6. I don't know. Do we want to do that? If we don't do that, we lose 3 health, which is not that difficult. You know what? Let's just draw a card and see what happens. That's a 3. So we fail. So we lose 3 health. That is okay. I can live with that. So let's actually put one more on her because we can heal that in just a moment. And then let's just put one on him and one on her. Everything on Audrey. I don't know why I'm doing this to Audrey. All right. And this says ignore hazards this turn. So we could actually then go up here and see what happens there and then go back because, right, we wouldn't have to worry about this hazard. That might be an idea. I think I will do that. But first I will spend one command here for the flapjacks to use 2 grain and one other thing because of Marco's ability, like 1 meat. I will spend these 3 to get rid of 3 health, like heal 3 health. I will take the ones for Kazumi and then also get rid of 3 fatigue tokens. So definitely this one and that one, and let's do Kazumi again. Let's make her really fit again. Okay, great. And then to actions, I will first explore. So let's just drive up here. We can ignore that hazard, and then I will explore 48 as my second action. So let's see what we find over there. 48, come on. So you see, the game is not too hard regarding rules, but like the first time you play it, it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. But the second time, it's actually much, much easier, right? So, yeah. So I would really suggest playing this with someone that has already played the game once, so you can be guided through a little bit. Alternatively, I mean, you're watching this video, right? So you should be set to play it yourself after watching this video, and I hope you will watch the others as well. I think this will be an exciting adventure. Alright, 48, that little island up there. If keyword Sapphire, turn to 48.6, we don't have that. You anchor in the bay of a jungle island. As soon as your feet hit the sand, a strange wave of forgetfulness overcomes you. Why are you on this beach? Shouldn't you go back into the jungle with your friends? No, please not. You start toward these thick bushes when Mac grabs your shoulder. This place is cursed, she says, pulling you back toward the rowboat. Gain 1 vegetable. Oh, yeah, we still have 1 left in here. Draw fate. If 1 to 4, gain 1 madness. Uh-oh. No, no madness. We are lucky. Return to the ship. Okay, that was it. But we can mark that with the word Sapphire. That is 48 over here. Sapphire. fire. Then we can go back there maybe. Okay, cool. That was our turn. So next turn again. I want more well, I almost have all command, but let's just continue healing, I suppose, right? I think that's a pretty good idea. So let's go here to the sick bay. We gain 3 command tokens. So now we have almost all of them. That is nice. So we are now really prepared now. That is great. And also we can heal 1 damage. Let's heal 1 from Gregory. Wonderful. Next event. So you see how smooth the turns go at some point. The blasted boiler is acting up again. Repair it. Craft 7. If we fail, -2 health and gain 1 weakened. What does weakened do again? Let me just check that. I think we get less. I think we get less on attack. I think. Oh no, less to skills. I mean, -2 to skills. That doesn't sound too good. That doesn't sound too good. Okay, we definitely want to repair it. Craft 7. Ooh, craft. Okay, let's see. Let's try that. So, let's see how many we can do here. But we can also, yeah, we can redraw fate with her. We can +1 on fate. So we can do a few things. So let's use her once. And him, that's 2. Oh no, wait. They don't have craft. Wait. Craft. 1 here, 1 there, and then we need 7, right? So we have 2 already. All right, then let's put another one on her. She's doing horribly. That's 3. Oh, actually, if she wants to partake in the challenge, we need to pay 1 command. That's fine. That's fine. So that's 3. I think that's okay for now. Let's do 3 and then hope we draw a 4. We don't, but I will pay 2 command. I will pay 1 command to redraw the fate. That's 5. Perfect. That's what we needed. So we actually made it. Wonderful. Great. All right, then we have 2 actions. Here is something to explore. We could explore here. I definitely want to go back to the pig ribs, to the port, to heal, to like get rid of all the fatigue and stuff, right? But we also have like a market here. We could also do that. You know what? Let's explore the 21 and then see what happens. So let's see what 21 has in store for us. 21 over there. Like the remains of a ravaged ship, a pile of driftwood litters the surface of the sea. You watch as the Manticore nudges pieces aside in its path toward the island. From one crowded pile, a giant red centipede emerges, boarding the Manticore in a mess of squirming legs and pincers. Combat 2022. Ooh, that is pretty bad, because that's level 2. Oh, no. No, level 12, I mean. 2022. So let's look for those. So we have 22, and we also have 20. Okay. Wonderful. Well, not quite wonderful. Let's just shuffle these and then put them here. There we go. Oh, it's not just a centipede. It is also a pale anaconda. Okay, so, ooh, these are pretty tough. I will have to work on the centipede first. Boy, the centipede does a lot of damage. Well, the anaconda does as well. So we will have a few issues here. Okay, so let's get our combat counters ready, and then we can start. Well, so this one is actually pretty easy, right? That has like an accuracy of 4. I only need an accuracy of 4 for that. So we can actually work with that. Most damage Odessa is doing, so we could actually like cover a lot of stuff here. That will not be too bad. I think that's something that I might do. So let's go with her. Accuracy of 1. We need 3 here. Perfect. So we make it. We can actually do 4 damage. That is a lot. So Let me see how I will do it. I definitely want to cover as much damage as possible. So I will go here 1, 2, 3, and 4, like this. And I covered one synergy thing, so I can give this synergy to someone else. That means we can also like when we apply damage, we can also go diagonally once. That is pretty good. So let me do that. And then we need someone who does also a lot of damage, if possible. Let me give this to Cannon, I think. Yeah, I don't know if I even need that. So, okay. And then the Anaconda attacks Odessa back with 2 damage, but she has 1 block. So she will receive only 1 damage. Wonderful. Then we continue with Kazumi. Kazumi, 2 accuracy. We need 2 more. Perfect. So we do 3 damage, which is a lot. So I can actually cover that big heart up here. And also I can put that synergy token someplace else. Who will we attack then with? Let's do, probably him. Because then we can do like 4 damage. We can actually finish off that Anaconda. That would be great. Okay. And then the Anaconda attacks back. 2 damage, no block. So we receive 2 damage here. Okay. Wonderful. And then I will attack with Cannon. That's 1 accuracy. We need 3 here. Oh, that's only 2? That's only 2. That's not enough. But we can spend... we can actually spend 2 command tokens here to get 1 more accuracy. So now we have 4. And that's enough. So we do 3 damage plus that 1 from Kazumi, which we return. So that is 4 damage we do. So we can cover all these hearts. And also we can put the synergy token someplace else. And that synergy token I will put on, that is redrawing a new fate card, on maybe on Captain Odessa, because she doesn't have that high accuracy. That might work. Okay, so Anaconda is gone. Will also not attack back. Let me just put that up here for now. Now that Centipede is left, and we still have 1 attack left. I think I will try it with Odessa maybe, because we could do some pretty massive damage. But also he would be okay. We could like cover all these poison tokens. Yeah, I think I will try it with him again. So 1 accuracy, we need 5. That's 1. That's 1, 2. We need 1 more, right? That's 5. Yeah, we need 1 more. But yeah, we can't do that, unfortunately. Well, then, because we already have command tokens on here, we can't spend that again. So, well, then we don't hit the Centipede, but the Centipede strikes back with 3 attack. We have 1 block, so we receive 2 damage. And then we can do our 1 damage back, right? And I will definitely cover one of these. Yeah, one of these here. Like this. Alright, now the Centipede attacks anyone for 3 damage and also applies Venom to someone. Let's put the Venom here on Rafael because he can take the most damage. And then the 3 damage we will apply to... let's apply to all 3. I don't know why we will apply to all 3. I have no idea why, but I guess that's the way it is. Okay, so now we receive our tokens back here. So who do we attack with? Let's see. Maybe let's do with Mac. And then we can hand it over to Kazumi, maybe. That might be an idea. Or maybe hand it over to Odessa, actually. That could be enough to defeat the enemy. So let's go with Mac. And since we're going with Mac, let's just, mid-combat, learn a little bit more about her. Mac Mara Johnson. Mac joined her sister on an adventure to the Pacific Islands in search of a promising new job. Mac's parents hated that her sister called her Mac. She was Mara to anyone else. But to Mac, it represented the close bond the two shared. Near the end of the journey, a furious storm destroyed the little passenger ship and left Mac clinging to a crate of whiskey. By morning, she found herself on a forested island alone. It wasn't long before she realized she wasn't in the Pacific. She's lived for 15 years in the wandering sea and long giving up searching for her sister. Now she just wants to return to Atlanta. And with these words, she attacks. For accuracy, so we need 2 here. Oh, that was close. So we do 2 damage. That is nice because then we can cover these 2 here and also give our synergy token to Captain Sofi Odessa. Okay, so it's Captain Sofi Odessa's turn. Oh no, the centipede will attack back with 3 damage. No block here, so that actually is 3 damage. That fight definitely is easier than the other one. It's still, you see, we receive a lot of damage, but it's fine. We can actually work with that. All right, and then Odessa will attack. So 1 accuracy. So we need 5 here, but we still have that synergy token. That's 4. We give that synergy token back. So we now have 7 accuracy. Even that's 1 more than we need, and we do 4 damage. So 2, 3, 4. That means the centipede is gone. Wonderful. Good night, dear centipede. Well, I don't know if dear is like the right way to do it, to say it, but 20 and then 22. Come on. There we go. So we defeated the anaconda. I think it was an anaconda, right? That snake. And the centipede. Okay. So, I forgot where we were. That is number 21, right? Yeah. You conquer the monstrous creatures and sail on. Well, that's that's all. You gain 3 coins. That is nice. So now we actually have 10 coins. That is pretty nice. Let me just put like a 5 coin here. 1 meat. Oh, that's... We have too much stuff on our boat. We need to use it. And then 2 XP. That is nice. I love me some XP. So... Now we have 4 experience. That is not too bad. We can work with that. Oh, that is not a nice box. Well, doesn't matter. Okay, wonderful. Cool. Nice. And return to the ship. So that was number 21. There is nothing else there. So we can also like just cross that off to never go there again because we don't want to fight these creatures ever again. Okay, so now was that our first turn? Or that was our first turn, like our first action, and now I also want to go to the market. Just check out what the market does, like what we can find there. And the market is pretty simple. What we do is here we have the market deck up here. So we take 7 cards, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards, and we can buy as many as we want to. I only want to spend 6 gold maximum because I want to keep 4 gold for healing everyone. So let's see what we have here. So we do have quite a few interesting items, and we can actually afford several of those. Also these combat tokens, combat action tokens, they go back. Where's the 4th one? There. They actually go back here. We don't need those anymore. Alright, so let's take a look at these cards here. So we have the Zogmir Harpoon. That is a pretty good weapon. Like 2 block and 2 accuracy, but it costs 10. Okay. That's way too much, but wow, that is incredible. Then we have twin daggers. These are really good as well, but way too expensive. As well, the braided whip is also nice. 2 damage, but plus 5 accuracy. Wow, that is pretty good. The Zogmir Jerkin is, yeah, I don't know. I don't like that too much. Like 2 block, that's good, but I don't know. When you search, ignore damage from 1 token. Okay. Then so like when you search, what they mean is like these things here, right? And then we have the pot roast. That's a lot of stuff, but wow, that is pretty good as well. Oh, that is nice. And then with the porridge, which is decent as well. So these 2 are very good for healing, but I actually like the whip quite a lot. Who could take the whip? Like 2 damage? Yeah, like we could like give it to Marco, for example, and then he would be like really good. He would do like a lot more damage. He only does 1 damage at the moment. And has only 1 accuracy, right? Or we could give it to Laurent. Then he would still do 2 damage, but he would also do like have like 5 accuracy. But no block then again anymore, right? Well, I don't know, but these have block. I don't know. I think I might take these 2 here. Just for that we can heal and stuff. That is actually pretty good. I think I would take these 2. They cost exactly 5, and then we can just heal much more. That is, I think, a good idea. That is a good thing to do. Let me just slide these up a little bit more. Come on, there we go. And put these there, like porridge and pot roast. That's fine. And the rest of them, what we do with those is we put them together again. We collect all of those, and then we just turn them over and put them at the bottom of the market deck. So it will be quite a while until we find those again. And that was our 2 turns here. So let me now check the time. Well, actually, I think... let us do 1 more. Because then we're halfway through the first deck. So let's do one more turn. So we don't need... Well, we could use a few tokens again, but not yet, actually. Not really. Let me think. Well, let's go here to the quarters. Then we can return 3 of our... Like 2 of... No, we can return 2 of our tokens. That one was on here. And then I can get 3 like this. I think that's a good idea. And then let me think. We could already start healing, actually, right? So we don't have to actually visit the port. That would be an idea. Because then we could just travel further. Where do we want to go? Let me get out the map. So we started here in the middle, and now we're down here. We've explored quite a few things here. Here, like a lot of small islands down here. That sounds really exciting, actually. That sounds really exciting. So maybe go down here and then up here and see what happens there. Wouldn't that be kind of cool? Yeah, I think that's what we will do. So let me use this one here to spend 2 carrots and 2 meat. Like this. 2 carrots and 2 meat. To remove 5 fatigue tokens. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And also remove that low morale one here. You're welcome, Audrey. And also do 4 health. So let's just remove like this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. These 4. Fine. Okay. And then I could spend 3 more food to get rid of more fatigue tokens. That might be not a bad idea, actually. We could also do that. Yeah, let's do that. So let's take 2 meat, I guess. And 1 carrot. So we can get rid of 3 more fatigue tokens. So that's 1, 2, 3. So everybody's fine again. Yeah, I think that works quite well. Okay, and then let's draw the next event card. Seaweed clog. A patch of seaweed is caught in the propeller. Unclog it. Strength 5. Otherwise, -1 health, 1 ship damage. Well, I don't know. I don't really want to fatigue my guys. So let's just draw a card. That is a 5. Perfect. We are lucky. We are lucky, really. And then I will do the 2 actions. Let's just travel first. A 6. Nice. That means we can travel 2. So 1, and then we go down here. And that would be 20. Oh no, wait. We were here, right? We need to go here. And then we will go down 1 to 27. Oh, that is exciting, because this book doesn't have 27 pages. You know what that means? That means we can take a look at the Tides of Ruin expansion. You can just play the game by playing the base game, right? So that is totally fine. But these down here, it seems like these... yeah, it says here with the higher numbers. These are the expansion, right? So you can also play without the expansion, but with the expansion you just have more things you can do. So we go down to 27. I will not fold together this book because we might need it later, I think. Let me just put the 27 on here. So that should work, right? We should be able to do that. Yeah, it also works like this. And then we are there. We can actually choose where to go here if we go to another new page, but I don't want to go here because of the challenge. So let's go here. You see like R. It says like R, right? That's like for the expansion, for the Tides of Ruin expansion. R for Ruin, I guess. All right, and then we have one more action. Actually, let's do that R27. Let's see what that does. So R27. There we go. Huge hermit crabs meander on the hot sand. Oh no. You keep your distance, examining the jungle along the beach. The trees are filled with thorny bushes, making it impossible to enter. When you turn back to the ship, the crabs scatter as an undead horde bursts from the water, climbing from the cursed remains of a sunken ship in the bay. Okay, wow. That is, we can fight them, but that is level 19. That is really high. That is 3 enemies. I think we are not good for that. I mean, we would get a lot of stuff, right? But I don't think we can make that. I think because we don't have any attack items, we are just not very good, right? So, or we could flee, but then we like receive between 0 and 13 damage. Oh, what do we do? I am not quite sure what we should do. You know what? I think we will actually flee here. I think we will just flee, but I will mark it on the map. Because if we are stronger, I would like to go back actually and fight them. You know? So R27 down here. 27. Let's go back here and then I'm just going to write fight crabs. Right? Let's see if we get a little bit stronger later and then we can try to fight them. But for now, let's flee. And it says we have to draw fate. 1 to 3 would be minus 13 health. Well, I will spend 2 command tokens here for her, and then she can like add 1 fate, and then we lose only 5 health, which is still a lot, but okay. Let's lose 5 health. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's dump that all on Rafael because Rafael has actually enough health. Also, I will use the doctor's ability here to remove that venom before the next turn. Otherwise, we will have a little issue, I think. Okay, I think like that it actually works. And that was the end of the turn. Let's learn a little bit about Rafael. Rafael Vieira. Rafael's Portuguese parents immigrated to New York with empty pockets and broken shoes. Now they run a successful vineyard, but Rafael struggled to find a place in it with 6 older brothers. Rafael's father banished him after one too many rows with his older brother that left both with broken faces. An old coal train took Rafael to New York, where he worked on the docks in his early 20s. He hasn't spoken to anyone in his family for years, except his mother, to whom he writes dutifully every Sunday. She even sends a reply once or twice a year. And with that, I would say that we end the first episode for our Sleeping Gods campaign run. So I really hope you enjoyed this. I had a lot of fun filming this. It is a lot of work and it takes a lot of time, but I enjoyed a lot, and finally I'm able to bring you like a really cool campaign game on the channel that was long overdue. So I really hope you enjoy this. As usual, I want to thank all of you for your support, especially my patrons who are generously supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much for that. Also, a big shout out to Thakuno, who's currently my biggest supporter. That is really generous. If you would also like to support me, why don't you head over to my Patreon? You will find the link in this video's description. And apart from that, I'm always happy for a like, a comment, maybe even a subscription. You can also join my Discord server if you would like to hang out with me and my community. We're having a lot of fun over there. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the very next video or in the Discord server. Take care everyone, stay safe, and cheers.
Thank you.